In this video series, we go through job descriptions and we look at some of the key terms that you guys as technical recruiters may still not understand fully, like a web server. What is a web server? Let's look at it right away. So looking at the standard use case where we have a user typing, for example, www.geekrecruiter.com/join to his web browser, a favorite web browser such as Chrome. As soon as you type it and you hit the go button, then the application, the browser, would connect to a web server. And the web server needs to figure out what should be the next activity. So is this user looking for some image? If yes, that's a static content. Let's serve him a static content. Or is this user trying to visit a dynamic website such as geekrecruiter.com/join, which is dynamic, for example. It needs to list the price, it needs to include the checkout, it needs to be able to process a payment. So if so, then it cannot really serve static files that do not change. Like, for example, this is a static file, right? It's printed out. There is no chance to adjust, text here without me writing on top of it. A dynamic file means it is generated on the fly. It could be generated on the fly based on the input from a user. So say a URL could be geekrecruiter.com/join, and in the URL could be some other parameters. For example, currency and USD. The web server would notice, hey, this user tries to access a dynamic page. I need to forward this request to another code to process it, to adjust the website that we will return back to the user. So we can change the currency to USD if by default there is euro, for example. Okay, should the customer type, say, www.geekrecruiter.com/photo1.jpg? This is a static image. That's just the photo. With such a request, the web server will just forward the photo back to the user. Okay, so no processing, no scripts involved. The web server recognizes it and forwards the static file back to the user, a photo. Okay, so we see two types of content, static and dynamic. The web server can decide based on some parameters if the content is static or dynamic. If it is dynamic, then it forwards it a step further to the programming language code. Okay, and we also talk about favorite tech stacks. So there are multiple web servers. There's Apache, there's Express, there are many more, but these two are most favorite. So LAMP is the most favorite technical stack. L stands for Linux, A for Apache, M for MySQL, and P for Perl. PHP, but some people say Perl. Most often it's PHP. So this is the most favorite tech stack, and the second one is mean. So it's MongoDB, Express, Angular, and Node.js. So here you could see that the E stands for Express, which is one of the web servers, and here A stands for Apache, which is one of the web servers. So those two are some of the most popular, Apache and Express. Apache really powers, I guess, half of all the websites use Apache because it's really well integrated with Linux as an operating system, and Express is used with JavaScript, with Node.js, which is JavaScript runtime environment. So I'll not go into details here. We have a dedicated video at RECRUITMENT that talks about tech stacks a bit further. What you need to know now is what a web server is, what are two most popular web servers, Apache and Express, and you need to know that the web server serves static or dynamic content based on what the user requests. So based on user's requests, the web server returns some data, some information back to the user. So with that, I'll wrap it up. I hope you guys understand what a web server is, so you know next time you see a job description like this one. In this particular case, they were looking for a web administrator who would be maintaining and administering web servers. So here, oh yeah, in this case, they maintain Microsoft web servers, which could be another type, another stack. This is Linux-based tech stack, and this one is open source, and the third one could be Microsoft-based tech stack with Microsoft web server. So next time you see a job description that mentions web servers, I hope you will know what they are talking about. And now I encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can receive more videos like this one that will help you become a great technical recruiter.